Okay, we're here. We're gonna play some more ray traced Minecraft. Ray traced Minecraft actually does make the game better. Like it does make it more fun. Just looking at the world and seeing the lights, like the real life rendered right lights, It makes it more fun.
First,
Checkered Mind Games is here
lined
already?
up.
Bro, I just started. Oh, but look how much longer it takes to load it up. It doesn't usually take this long to load it.
Yes, sir.
It's because I'm ray tracing. Yeah, I cannot get over how good Minecraft looks when there's ray tracing. Like, holy shit, man. Maybe it's just because maybe some kids who never played the original won't notice the difference, but since I grew up on the OG Minecraft, seeing this is just crazy. Knowing that this is not a texture pack is just crazy to me. I'm not even playing it in the resolution I want to be playing it in either. What am I playing it in again? Probably like 1080p. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the resolution's only at 75%. So if I go to native, it's probably going to be laggy. It looks so good, though. So good. Yeah, we got 30 FPS going here. Yeah, let's put some stuff away. I don't know where that cave was in the last stream that I found. Such a nice cave. It's so much stuff in it. That's what I was worried about. I wouldn't find it again. Oh yeah, I got diamonds too. Got more diamonds. Oh, and one thing I was gonna try is I'm gonna make some bread out of wheat because I want to see if I can still get achievements on this world. I didn't do any cheats on this world. The problem is I did go to peaceful mode. I don't know if changing the difficulty. Yeah, like I don't know. Do I have? Might have to go steal some wheat from the villagers here. Hold up, let's go steal some wheat. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna play it in 30 FPS. Because that's what I'm getting. Dun, dun, dun. It is so weird playing it like this. It's just like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I like it, but it's different. I didn't think they could actually ever make Minecraft look beautiful graphically. But with ray tracing, this game does look really beautiful, even graphically. Oh yeah, I need to make weapons before I go again. Give me that. You guys got some wheat around here? Anyone got some wheat? I need to steal some wheat. Oh, look at the reflections in the water. Oh my god, the water looks so good. I think the water is probably the best looking part when you have ray tracing on. Look at that fucking water. Oh my god. That's crazy. I wish I was getting 60 FPS, but oh well. I think it might be a little, but I might be getting between like 30 and 40. It doesn't look like it's always at 30, but yeah, it's between 30 and 40, I think. You guys don't got any wheat? Oh, there we go. Found some wheat. None of it's ready. None of it's ready, Aslan. I got some crops over here that look ready. This isn't wheat. Damn, I'm gonna have to get some bone meal or what? Ah. Yeah, for the PlayStation 6 version of Minecraft, I imagine ray tracing will just be on by default. Because you have to go into the settings and do a bunch of stuff to enable this. But yeah, I imagine with the PS6, they'll probably just have this enabled by default. Because this is the PS5 version I'm playing. I actually got this version for free. I didn't pay for this because this account I had back in the PS4 days, and they gave me a free upgrade to the PS5 version of Minecraft. So I didn't pay for the PS5 version of Minecraft. So I wonder if they'll do that with the PS6 too. The PS6 comes out, they'll just give you another free upgrade. From the PS4 version to the PS5 version to the PS6 version. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think they'll be that generous though. They've been pretty generous already, giving me this free upgrade. But hey, even on the PS6, I should be able to play the PS5 version because I can still play the PS4 version on the PS5. So I should be able to play the PS5 version on the PS6. And this shit already has ray tracing. It's just the PS5 isn't really powerful enough. We need 60 FPS at least. But it is pretty crazy that I can play this in native 1440p with ray tracing on. Then again, it's also Minecraft, not very demanding. Need to get new armor on. I can't tell if that wheat is done. I don't think it's done. The sun's about to go down. I should just come back with bone meal. Shut up! What are you doing? Oh, it was done. Nice. Shut up! Shut up! No. Go away. Go away. I really like the spider eyes too. Spider eyes with ray tracing. They look cool. This is definitely not 60 FPS. Let's go back and make some tools and stuff. Do I have enough wheat to make bread? Let me see. Oh, I do. Yeah, I just got a trophy. Okay, cool. So I can still get trophies on this world. Shut up! Why do you always think I'm talking to you? Not everything's about you, Aslan. You're a fucking cat. You're quite unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, that got you to shut up, huh? You contemplating your life now, Aslan? Yeah, I gotta make some iron boots. That music is good. It's really quiet though. I love the music in Minecraft. They always have good music, but it's really quiet. And it's at 100%. Oh, there's some Endermen out here. Is there two of them?
Have you seen Dexter?
No, I think that's that movie about some like psycho. It's kind of like American Psycho, right? Oh shit. Look at the Enderman eyes. Whoa. They're glowing. It's like the spider eyes. Yeah, there is two Endermen. I'm fighting this one first, though. Well, that Ender Pearl even
It's a show, but
glows.
kinda like American Physic.
Yeah, American
Psycho.
Psycho. Yeah, I should watch that then. I liked American Psycho. It was pretty good. Oh man, I love... Bro, it sucks. I really wish I kind of got the PS4 Pro because playing Minecraft like this is fucking awesome, but I'm only getting 30 FPS. So it's both awesome and shitty, but it's only shitty. The part that's shitty is only shitty because I'm playing on a PS5.
Much better though, the main guy in it is also much more organized.
Patrick Bateman was pretty organized at the start. It's just that movies are so short. They had to, like, his character fell apart pretty fast. Bro. Oh, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. If I say that, man.
Patrick Bateman was a ghost at the end of the movie.
What do you mean by that? He was still alive by the end. You mean personality-wise, or what? He was still alive by the end. He wasn't a ghost. Or is there like some theory that he was a ghost? Shut up! You got plenty of food, you got plenty of water, I already made sure. So can you just shut the fuck up? Please. Shut up! Why do you do this? You think I'm happy about this, Aslan? You think I'm happy that you won't shut the fuck up? No, I'm pretty not happy about it.
Chill, brah.
But sometimes we just gotta deal with shit we don't want to deal with, Aslan. And you know what you're about to have to deal with? You're about to have to deal with a smack across your ass, Aslan. That's what you're about to have to deal with. Because you know what? Like I said, sometimes we just gotta deal with shit we don't want to deal with. And I gotta deal with your meowing, and you're gonna have to deal with a smack on your fucking ass. How you like that, Aslan? That's what I thought. That got her to shut up. See, sometimes you just gotta put them in their place. Same thing works with women. You can't get, I'm pretty sure back in the day you used to be able to get food poisoning from raw chicken. Actually, I don't really eat raw chicken. Maybe you still can get food poisoning from it in Minecraft. Bedrock has so many spawns. They just keep spawning. Alright, no more killing animals. We got other stuff to do. We gotta find that cave system. Yeah, I kinda wish I had a PS5 Pro. Oh well. It's too late now. I imagine the PS6 will probably be coming out in like 2 years. I wonder how powerful the PS6 will be. I remember when I thought the PS5 was super powerful back in 2020. Yeah, even if the PS6 is like twice as powerful as the PS5 Pro, that'll still be crazy. I wonder what it'll look like too. Are they gonna go with some weird ass design again? they do with the PS5, or they're going to go back to the PS4 days. They go back to more of a sleek, normal design. I like the PS4 Slim design. It was really small and sleek, and the only thing about it is it had really loud fans. But I kind of like loud fans. It lets you know that the fucking system's putting in work. See, with the PS5, I never hear it. So, when I'm getting 30 FPS like this in some games, and I don't hear the fans at all, it's like, is it even putting in work? Can't you overclock this shit? Like, I don't even hear my PS5 at all right now. It's making no noise. It's like, but then why is it only at 30 FPS? Surely it could put in more work. Where with the PS4 Pro, you know when that fan's going, it's putting in work. I wasn't too big of a fan of the original PS4 design, but it's pretty cool how the original PS4 had a light on it. The PS4 Slim had a light, but it was just on the power button. It was just a tiny light. Or the original PS4 had that one light strip. That was pretty cool. And I don't know if I like the PS5 design. Sometimes I think it looks cool, and sometimes it just looks weird. It really depends on the day. Get some more coal. I got so much coal. I really don't need any more. Oh yeah. Yeah, the only thing I can really do to make that lag go away is turn the shit down. Is that a lava chicken? I just seen the lava chicken. Oh yeah, see if I turn the render distance down, that might help too. Yeah, I'm probably getting about 40 FPS now. It's a little higher than 30, I can tell, but it's not 60. I don't know why they have all these settings, but they don't let you turn on an FPS counter on the console version. This menu sucks. Fog quality ultra. The fog quality was on ultra. Alright. So yeah, I'm playing probably in about 1080p right now. But I'm streaming in 1080p, so it doesn't really matter. I'm definitely getting 60 FPS now though. Turn the render distance down, turn the resolution down, and now it's good, even with ray tracing. It's kind of cool how they made Minecraft a demanding game again though. It hasn't really been too demanding on systems for a long time. That ray tracing's a killer though. I bet even when the PS6 comes in, it'll probably struggle with some games with ray tracing on Max. This is fucking Minecraft. This game's easy to run. But the PS5 struggles with ray tracing on Minecraft, so I imagine even the PS6 will struggle with ray tracing on probably even Cyberpunk, stuff like that. GTA 6. I imagine ray tracing on GTA 6 will be pretty popular. So I don't know where to find that cave, but I'm looking. I wonder how the Switch 2 runs Minecraft. Definitely better than the Switch 1, but I don't imagine it has ray tracing options. If it did, that'd be pretty... Yeah, there's no way. There's no way it has ray tracing options, because Switch 2 is as powerful as a PS4 Pro. I don't imagine the PS4 Pro could handle ray tracing. But it's cool how the Switch 2 can handle 4K. That's really cool. Yeah, and I imagine the Nintendo Switch 3, when that comes out 10 years from now, that'll probably be more powerful than the PS5 I'm playing on. But that shit will also probably cost like $800. Why the fuck does it say that? It's lying. It's becoming nighttime again. Aslan, what you doing? What you doing, Aslan? Didn't you just eat? You're gonna puke. You're eating too much. You're gonna puke, Aslan. I'm calling it now. And then you're gonna make me clean that up. We got a lava area over there. And a pumpkin island with a lava area. Damn. I'm even getting a little lag here. Someone just try to shoot me? Oh, there's a skeleton in here. I thought I heard that. Damn you, Aslan. Whoa, are those fireflies? What? What? No way. Look how good that looks. That looks so good. Damn, there's a village over in the background too, and I kind of just want to stay here for a second. This looks amazing. Damn, technology has come so far. Look at that. Wow. This is not the same Minecraft I grew up playing. This is like almost a whole different game. That's honestly gorgeous. Wow. I can't get over it. This is so cool. Like, I'm just staying here for a second, just absorbing the sights. They got a zombie down there. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the future of gaming. I had no idea ray tracing could be this gorgeous. It really is so nice. I forgot to make new boots. Shit. My arm is breaking. Alright, well, this is a really gorgeous area. I almost don't even want to leave, but let's get back to the game. Try to stay away from the skeletons over there. Well, that's kind of a weird graphical glitch, though. Look, when you go in third person and switch it backwards, the water. That's kind of weird. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever be able to get over how good these graphics look. I fucking love ray tracing now. I think I just fell in love with ray tracing. Bunch of paper. We got some berries. Should go plant these near my house. Easy crops to farm. Ow. They do prick you. They got little pricks on them. Ow. We got a carrot farm here. I'm gonna take that. Uh-oh, another spider. Ow. I really don't need to replant them, but wait. There's no water here. How are these getting water? Boy, I think I see water reflecting through the... Is there water below? Let me see. No, wait, what? How are these growing? Somehow the soil is staying wet. I don't know how though. How are they doing that? Oh no, maybe it's drying out. I don't know. I'm taking my carrots back. I think that shit's gonna dry out. Look at the reflections in the water. Wow. Ray tracing is going to be an industry standard like 5 to 10 years from now. Every game is going to need ray tracing. I'm calling it right now. Especially big games like GTA 5. I think, PS5 will be last gen, so people on PS5 won't have ray tracing and shit. But that'll be the big selling point. The PS6, I'm pretty sure, is that it has native ray tracing and can handle 120 FPS with ray tracing. GTA 6, that'd be crazy. Because I think I'd get the PS6 just for that. I don't think the PS5 will be able to handle ray tracing on GTA 6. Oh, the zombie villagers. They turned into zombies. No. I'm already filled up. I can barely carry anything. Well, I found a new village here. That's cool. Oh, the wolf is getting the sheep. Oh, it killed him. You're not gonna eat him? Wait, are you going after me? What the fuck is wrong with you? That guy was like rabid. He was a rabid wolf. Huh. That guy's got gold armor. I don't even need that, honestly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Holy shit. Did I find the cave? I think I might have finally found it, but... Oh, fuck, there's creepers right behind me. Ooh, oh, yeah. Were they following me? I don't think they were. Oh, well. Got in this here. I might not have even ever been in this cave. This might be a whole new cave. Shit, I'm running out of inventory space again. Ow. Uh-oh. Skeletons. There's a lot of skeletons down here. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even have any iron boots on, so my armor's like not all there. There's some emeralds right there. Let's go try to get up to those emeralds, huh? How about that? That is water there, right? Yeah, that's water. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. Oops, don't use that one. Use this one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh shit. How did I get down there? How the fuck am I gonna get down there, bro? Maybe this cave could lead me down there. Oh no, it doesn't twist around like I was hoping. Is there no way down there? Oh, I see some emerald. Oh, yeah, I found my way down. Right here. And more emeralds, too. I don't really care for emeralds all that much. I don't like trading with villagers, but they're kind of cool to have, I guess. Oh, damn. Quite a few of them down here.
You ever heard of Richard Hart?
No, is that like a country singer? Sounds like a country singer. I still collect all the iron, even if I don't need it. More emeralds. Holy shit, this cave is just littered with emeralds. Haven't found any diamonds, but a shit ton of emeralds.
You ever heard of Hex Crypto?
Cryptocurrency, yeah, cryptocurrency, it's pretty good. Yeah, sure. Oh fuck. Did he just do all that damage in one hit? Easy. Pretty sure I'm on hard mode, that's why he did so much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Creeper. Oh, man. Yeah, shit tons of iron. Shit tons of iron. Oh, no. What the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, I need to get iron boots on me, don't I? My arm is about to break, too. I brought an extra pair of everything but iron boots. Oh, no. Oh, fuck, I almost died there. Holy shit. Holy shit, I almost died there. That was a creeper that just blew up right behind me. If there's like a skeleton or anything that comes in here right now, I'm dead. Fuck, man. I don't know. That creeper came from down there, didn't he? I made it. I'm good. I should survive. Let's go get those emeralds. Shut up, Aslan. There's a lot of iron down here. I don't need iron, really. I kind of have too much. I must have a whole double chest full of iron at this point. It's crazy. Look at my pickaxe, it just turned blue. Oh no. Why is it taking so long? I know I'm underwater, but shit. That took forever. Wow. Creeper. He didn't blow up. He wanted to. Don't see any diamonds. Lots of iron. Tons of iron. I'm down here exploring for diamonds, and I don't really even need diamonds. I have a shit ton of diamonds, too, at this point. Oh no. Oh no. Get back. Build a little house here. There we go. We're good. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah. Whoa. Oh no, I can't get down there. Oh, I see some diamonds. I just found some diamonds. Okay. I gotta get over there now. Gotta at least try. Somehow. Like, where are they again? They're down a little bit. Do that. I don't think anyone else is around. There's a lot of lava down here. Oh, oh, more of that deep, whatever it's called. I don't even know. One of the newer updates. yeah. First diamond I found in this cave. Huh. Not a whole lot of diamonds down here. Oh, right as I say that, I found another one. Oh, look at that one right there. That one's gonna be easier to get. Wow. More diamonds up there too. Shit. Too many diamonds. Oh, my armor just broke. The pants broke. No, 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 no. Oh my god. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Holy shit. Did I just save myself? I might actually not have died there, but
Huh.
better safe than sorry. Because if that would have blown up, even if the blast didn't kill me, I might have got shot off that ledge there. That probably would have killed me. Diamonds up there. Let's get them. Right there. Is that it? No. Nice. 6 diamonds on this little adventure here. Did I just see more diamonds? No way. Yep, that's more diamonds right there. Wow, quite a few. What? Even more? Whoa. No way. Damn. Okay, I should get out of here now. I got a decent amount of diamonds on me. When you place down a torch, it makes a little like ding sound. No, it stopped doing it. Oh, more diamond. Wow. Oh, more diamonds up there.
Hezcook.
Oh, the lava. The lava through the water looks green. More diamonds? Oh shit. Got a creeper after me, a spider. Chest plate didn't break somehow.
Yes, the song is called The Scornful Woman, but there are two things that Oliver and all American men should have learned by now. First, she was a scornful woman before you married her, but you and him decided to ignore it. And number two, it's never ever a good idea to get married in America or any other Western country. Never ever. So when you pick the wrong women and then marry them, well, don't be surprised when they, Oliver? And the card says 50-50, but the math don't seem right. Right. Dude, I'm pissed off right now. Don't buy the tickets for $99 a piece. Insurance held on buy VIP passes for whatever bullshit price they're on. I didn't agree to it, and I don't want you to pay it, so please don't. I'm just trying to get the word out. Oliver Anthony is outraged by the $100 ticket prices for his show in Knoxville, Tennessee. He decided to cancel the show, that would charge only $25 per ticket. He wants to make his shows affordable for his fans. I think Oliver will keep this attitude as he becomes more famous and successful. Dude, I'm pissed off right now. Don't buy the tickets for $99 a piece. Insurance held on buy VIP passes for whatever bullshit price they're on. I didn't agree to it, and I don't want you to pay it, so please don't. I'm just trying to get the word out. Oliver Anthony is outraged by the $100 ticket prices for his show in Knoxville, Tennessee. He decided to cancel the show and look for a venue that would charge only $25. I'm not anybody special, and I'm certainly not here to preach to anybody, but just from coming from somebody who was just in a really fucked up place. I went to the ER for everything that was going on. I thought I was seriously like I was having shooting pains under my jaw, down in my wrist, and my leg. I just had a breakdown moment. I was just crying, and I just felt hopeless, like a 4-year-old that can't find his parents. Just didn't have anything left in me. And, I just decided, like right then and there, I was like, I know I can't do this anymore. Just told God, I was like, just let me do it. I'm gonna give all this shit up. I'll give up the weed, and I'll quit getting drunk. I'll quit being so angry about things, and I'll make him the focus and not me. We all serve some master, whether we realize it or not. So why not let it be the master that is above all? I'm not anybody special, and I'm certainly not here to preach. Cut all this out. I'll tell you guys what happened. So, Oliver Anthony has no money, right? He's poor. He's selling farm equipment. He puts a song on YouTube. He's a fucking superstar, right? He doesn't know what to do. He freaks out. He asks me for advice. I call him on the phone. We have a conversation for like a fucking hour where I go, don't sign anything with anybody. And he's like, you're telling me I have to strike one of the irons? I'm like, bullshit. I'm trying to steal money from you. I go, you're independent. You're already there. You already made it. I know if you wrote that song, I'm like, if you wrote that song, you can write a dozen of those fucking songs. You don't need anybody. He's like, $7 million. No, they're offering to steal money from you for the rest of your life. That's what they're doing. He starts making millions of dollars, doing the wife divorces him. She wants everything. She wants everything. She wants all the money he's going to make in the future because she was with him when he was broke. So it's fucking crazy. He's just tortured. Like, wants to die. And he writes this song. Cut all this out. I'll tell you guys what happened. So, Oliver Anthony has no money, right? He's poor. He's selling farm equipment. He puts a song on YouTube. He's a fucking superstar, right? He doesn't know what to do. He freaks out. He asks me for advice. I call him on the phone. We have a conversation for like a
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Join by night, Joe Rogan Podcast by night. Okay. And we're up, my friend. How are you? Good to see you.
Long time no talk.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. How you doing? Good?
Good. Man, I remember like towards the end of the last time I was here, you said, "Oh yeah, we'll probably see you again in a couple years," and I was just looking around like, "Yeah, I'll never see any of this again."
Quicker than you thought.
Yeah.
Bro, that new song.
Thanks. Yeah.
Woo! I played that song about 20 times in the green room, and the first time I played it, everybody just sat around and went, "Oh shit!"
Hey, it was so funny that I didn't expect the song. Well, I wasn't the one. I guess it was Adam that sent it. See, I don't even know how you got a hold of the song originally.
Yeah, Adam sent it to me originally.
Yeah. I sent it to him like just kind of just to get his opinion on it or whatever. And he's like, I got it. He's like, you mind if I share this around? And I was like, yeah, go ahead.
Bro, the first time I heard it was in the green room. And the green room has a killer sound system. So we put it on the Bluetooth and cranked it, and all of us, like 10 dudes in that room going, oh shit. Oh shit. Some of those lines like, oh shit.
Yeah. What makes that song different, I guess, than anything I've done or than a lot of music now is that we tried to like do it the way Leonard Skinner or somebody would back in this, where we're all just in the house and there's no like, man, there's so much editing that goes into music now on the back end and stuff. And with this, we're just like in there doing it. And, try to keep it as real as possible. Like, there's no click tracks, there's no real editing. It's just kind of like we're all just in this house. I mean, it's the worst timing to record, but that was that January 5th, 6th, 7th, the only time that everybody could meet up. Billy Contreras on the fiddle and everybody, because he tours with Ricky Skaggs and he's kind of all over the place. So that was like our time to meet. So a couple days before we all went to West Virginia to record at my house up there, this like terrible storm they were calling for. It's like the worst one since the 90s, supposedly, or that's what Draven says. But so we got all the snow, all this ice. So yeah, we used a side-by-side and a Jeep to haul everything up and down. It was like just all we could do to get up and down to the house. And then it's right as soon as we get everything plugged in, ready to go, the power knocks out. And I was like, we were all just so discouraged. And luckily, there's a Lowe's not terribly far away, and they had like a Honda inverter generator that was like safe to plug everything into, like where the waves aren't going to mess everything up. And so yeah, we recorded the song while on a generator.
So you have to worry about the waves of the generator, the sound of the generator?
No, like the
electrical pulses?
Yeah, like plugging all of that expensive equipment into just like a generator that's on an inverter. Like the voltage like goes up and down, I guess, or I don't know. That's all above my pay grade, but we had to find one that was like safe to plug all that equipment into.
Maybe that's something in the song too. Like maybe that you were just trapped in a storm. But that's a scary ass song, dude. It's a scary.
Can't wait for See, I hadn't put a lot of new music out because, I think back even when I was here last time and before we did the episode and all, walking around on the sidewalk out in front of the hotel with Draven and a couple other people arguing that I needed to just catch up from Richmond and roll and not make this into a long-term thing because I just. Well, dude, I just don't. Some people thrive in this environment, like everybody looking at them. But to me, it's just like, so it kind of takes a little bit out of me putting new music out. And so, after Richmond, I only had those 2 new songs. I really just wanted to let everything kind of slow down, and I could still maybe do 5 or 10 shows a year and make a little bit. But I wasn't trying to be like a superstar. I didn't want everybody just to be. I didn't want to be stuck in that spot I was when I was in Richmond, where everybody's just like obsessing over stuff. And so I kind of just tried to let it die. And then it wouldn't. It was like the streams kept continuing, and people were still messaging me and emailing, and the shows were still selling out. And I just realized, like, I don't know. I believed everybody that said this kid's got 15 minutes of fame and whatever, and I would have been. When Richmond blew up, I would have been one of those guys who would have been like, "Oh, that stupid guy," like I would have been a hater too. So I was almost like rooting for them, like, yeah, because you got to think, man, the first check from Richmond was $800,000. Like I could have lived a long time off of that money, like I don't need a whole lot of like that was great, that was a decade or more of work for me easily, and so I was like, heck yeah, I'm good. I'll just take it, and. Anyway, I say all that to say that now it's like I'm gonna at least just hit it good one more time. We've got 6 songs recorded now to come after Scornful that are all like I'm pretty proud of them. They're good, and so I'm gonna put those out, and then who knows after that. But
let me tell you what's gonna happen.
bunch of dumb cunts.
You got a relationship with those people, man. They love you. And it's just your mission in life. You just got handed a wild hand of cards. And this is your deck of cards. So your deck of cards is, or your hand of cards is, you put this song out, this authentic song that's very simple. In this time where nothing's simple, in this time where everything's confusing and all this, you don't know who's telling the truth. The news is lying to you. Everything is being funded. Nothing's organic. It's half the fucking traffic on social media is bots, at least. Politicians are lying. Everybody's confused. People are simping for politicians. They're getting paid to repeat talking points on television and on podcasts and all over social media. So when someone comes out with something like that, is just that dude telling you how it feels.
Yeah.
Real, wrong. You know? I remember we had that conversation on the phone, and I was like, if you can do that, you can do that again. You don't need anybody else. You don't need these motherfuckers who want you to cash out. All these they're doing that because they think that you're gullible. They think that you're naive in the ways of the entertainment music business. The first fucking live show we ever performed was a giant sold-out show at a state fair. You know how crazy that is? That's your first live show.
Well, that very first show was actually, it was even more amateur than that. It was at a farm. It wasn't even there weren't even any tickets. It was just like, so it's crazy how it goes back to when I still believe just as much now as I did the last time I was here about, and I definitely won't bug everybody too much with all my hokey pokey religious stuff either. Like, I definitely want to read a little bit out before we go, but I do believe it was all too perfectly timed. But I had actually picked that date out at the farm market before Richmond blew up. That was going to be my first time playing live either way. That date, it was like August the 12th, I think. I had booked it back in July with that Morris Farm Market. I was going to get $200 and go play for it was like 2.5 hours. Like, seriously, and in that time, that's what happened. So, like, I already had that date picked, and yeah, it was just at a farm market, and probably kind of near the beach in Outer Banks, and they say like 12,000 people showed up. That was the very first one. Yeah, and I remember even then, like, I just expected everybody to sing Richmond, and that was going to be it. It'd be cool when I go back to work the next week. But it's like, even in that crowd at that very first show, all the other songs they did the words to too. And I was like, this is like something. But the important thing too is that the important thing to take away from this, and I said this during Richmond, but people, is like, take me out of it. The fact that people can now choose what they want and push it to the top, even in a system that's rigged, where there is bots and there's mass marketing money going into songs, and like labels spend $1 billion on their own song to get it up the label.
Yeah.
The fact that people can just decide they like something and just shoot it up to the top, like, people need to realize how much power they have, at least for a short period of time in society. It's like the stars are aligned. We can kind of, it's funny, technology, like, can only develop on the backs of people using it. And so, like, AI and all of this over the years, social media, like, all the back end of that, all that information's being sort of extracted from us. Like, you think about like the way a Tesla car rides on the road and it's watching you drive. It's like reading your analytics so it can learn how to drive better. AI. That's the only reason why they let everybody use AI. Is so they can make the AI. It's the user input that's what makes it. And so for a very short period of time, it's like the stars are aligned, where they're having to, like, while they're sucking all the humanity out of us to put into this AI, we also have full access to it, and like, so we can do.
So my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I can sit here and waste my life away. It's a damn shame what this world's come to.
Even in the music business, everything that the label used to have exclusive control over, like the publicity and the marketing and the digital streaming service relationships, like, all that stuff is now just a la carte to anybody. Like, you don't need those big companies, all that stuff. You can just go and hire a really good social media person, and you can work with a good music distributor without having to sign anything or give any of your rights up. And
Yeah.
Right now, the people have the power. Is what I mean for like a very short period of time. But this should just be a reminder of that. This song being able to go up into the iTunes charts, even with stuff with way bigger audiences, with all kinds of marketing reach. You know, the fact that this can just organically go into the iTunes charts like that, and people, you know, it's just. That's the thing. That's the thing I always take away from it. It's just like, damn, dude. If we could just get organized, even for like 2 or 3 years, we could just fix everything. Like we have, like the people really do have the power, at least right now, for a short window of time. But we really do. I mean,
but people have to understand that we are all in this together, and that there's organizations that want to drive us apart. And the way to work out our differences is having conversations and negotiations and figuring out how to work it out. It's not lighting cop cars on fire. Like this is, you know.
but the spirit of those, like, not to defend any of that crap, but that rebellious nature in us is important too, though. It just has to be directed correctly.
You shouldn't be burning Waymos while holding a Mexican flag, trying not to get sent back to Mexico. I mean, you're confusing the fuck out of me, dog. Like, who is your oppressor? Is it the electric car? Is it the country, which, you know, you want to stay, but you're holding a flag of another country? Like, what? Why are you wearing a mask? Are you proud of this? Do you not want to get arrested? What are we doing? Are you scared of COVID? Like, I want to know.
Well, it goes back to what you said about mass manipulation, and also like we've all sort of lost our identity. That's why politics has become so prevalent in like the way people represent themselves to other people, and like, you know, that's like as our culture and our tradition and like sort of the knowledge of where our families and all of that stuff comes from. Like we're just little boats out in a big ocean, and we're looking for some kind of identity to reach out and grab. And politics, they make politics so easy to reach out and grab. Just like in the same way that people just absorb themselves in sports.
Exactly.
You know, they're way out of shape, but they refer to their sports team as we. Like our defense did
Jamie
really
does that all the time. We won. He talks about a college. Some college where he's from.
Well, that's maybe. Get out of here. Maybe if he's from there, though, then it doesn't count.
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
I'm not a team sports guy. You know, I'm a combat sports guy, and I would never say we won. Like Kamaru Usman beat somebody, I never say we won. You know, Kamaru would call me up. What the fuck are you saying, man? You know what I did in camp? You know, I mean, Browns I spar. You know.
Yeah, all the punches he took.
It's so crazy when it's a group of guys. You can say we.
But I just see that becoming more and more prevalent, where there's not like, I don't know.
Ugh. Bunch of dumbasses.
I have $5 I'm willing to give away if anyone knows anything about Clash Royale. For $5 in Clash Royale, can you tell me which king is the good Clash Royale? Yes, Clash Royale. What are the options? Red or blue? For $5, can you name a character in Clash Royale? Name a character? Yes, name a character. What? Name a character. Sorry. Excuse me, sir. For $5, can you name this CR character?
Kevin?
Oh, no. Can you name this Clash Royale character? Want the name? Yes, give me the name of the character. What? Give me the name of the character. Sorry. Oh, no. For $5, can you name this CR character? this? Do you know what this is? You know what it is?
What is that? No.
You don't know what it is? No? For $5. Do you know what this is? You know what it is? Download Clash Royale now. It's free.
It's sort of just like, it's kind of even to expand on the thought of it, it's even like the way that now we've all just sort of, we're all in these subcategories the way we would be if we were in prison. We're all like, you know, like in the same way that when we use the word black and white to describe like, how many different types of white and black are there that all just get merged? It's like, it like creates this maybe like group identity that's a lot easier to control. Like,
Sure. Well, and then it shifts over time. Like, my family wasn't white. My family was Italian. They were disparaged when they first came. My grandfather used to tell me terrible stories of what happened to him when he was a boy, living in America as an Italian. They treated them the same way terribly racist people were treating people from Guatemala. It's the same kind of thing. Then after a while, they sort of integrated, and now I'm white.
yeah, now you're just a white person. And
Not just a regular white.
But it's easy now in like in big public narrative and stuff it's a lot easier to accuse you and 30 other different nationalities of people who are all very culturally different and unique and just call all of you white people and then pick the worst thing that one of those nationalities did and just pass it among the whole group. But it happens with every ethnicity, every identity. The goal is to like put everyone in the world in one of 3 or 4 buckets, and then hopefully figure out how to just put all of them into one bucket eventually. It's like it's so much easier to control 2 or 3 different types of people than it is 30 or 40 or 100 or 1,000. You know,
which is also I think why they never fix the problems that ail our inner cities. They want to keep that conflict. I really believe that. Because if somebody wanted to have a better, stronger economy, the first thing you would do is you want more people in the workforce. So you want less people that are disenfranchised, completely out of society, felons, all that stuff. That doesn't do anything but cost the country money, right? Unless you have private prisons. Now, in private prisons, those people become a business, and then that business contributes to the escalation of laws. They want to make sure the laws stay in place, because that way their business is always full. They have plenty of customers. Their customers are human beings that they turn into batteries to generate money. That's what it is. It's like those people, every person they have in there, they get more money, which is wild. It's wild that we allow that. But then it's also like keeping a certain amount of crime in certain areas ensures that you're always going to have debates over law enforcement. You're always going to have conversations over, we need DEI, we need this, we need quotas, we need to hire more people of this or of that, ignoring the fact that a lot of these things, especially with universities, are the most racist, especially towards Asians. They're racist as fuck towards Asians. There's lawsuits about it. Harvard, is that still going on, the Harvard lawsuit? Where they specifically made their application process, like the whole acceptance process, more difficult for Asians because they were kicking too much ass. They had too many, like, Asian people that were willing to fucking work their ass off, study 12 hours a day, get straight A's. They're like, man, too many of these folks. We gotta make it tougher.
what did they do to make it more difficult specifically?
They attached a bunch of things. I believe the argument is they attached a bunch of things like social stuff. Like, how much do you engage in, activism? How often are you involved in, social activities on campus? What other things are you doing other than just pure academic work? They're like trying to slow them down. They're literally trying to slow them down.
Yeah, that's another great example too. Like even just that they can blanket Asian like that as such a like
It's Indian, it's Chinese, there's a lot of them, but
yeah.
people that come from a hard place are willing to work hard. That's the difference. And the problem with meritocracy is that some motherfuckers will go for it. And if you get a whole country of people going for it, that gets scary for the people that just want to take naps.
It's the same psychology that goes in, like in a lot of the smaller Appalachian towns, like where we recorded was really close to Bramwell, West Virginia. But if you look at even if you look at Bramwell, West Virginia, and their recent political history, like the last mayor they had, she embezzled money from the town, and there was like you know, and this isn't a very small tent. Like, so government corruption exists like ever. And it almost is like maybe in those big cities. I understand definitely that things are intentional to like create chaos and to create this, like you said, this need for more resources and more. But it's also just that maybe a lot of those people that are in positions are just very spineless and self-centered, and like they don't even care that people are dying in their streets. They're worried about the money that can be made in the ego and the power of it. It goes back to kind of what I said in that ARC speech about lack of leadership. I just see that like if we had people in big cities or in small Appalachian towns that had like a real backbone to them, like and had they were in a real position of like leadership where they wanted to fix things, that a lot of that stuff was addressed and covered, but we just don't have the right people in power. Maybe even is what it is. Even in local and state government.
Right people don't run. They don't want that job, man. They don't want that smoke. They don't want people attacking them. They don't want any of it. The right people are the people that don't want to be president.
It's almost like they've made these positions only of people who are like sort of criminals, sociopaths or criminals.
Yeah. For real. That'd be crazy. I don't like running my whole house. I don't like having employees. It's too much responsibility.
What do you think would happen if just some normal people ran the country, though? Like just some average Joes? Like what if me and you just went and ran the? What if me and you ran for president? What would happen? It would be like,
killed. We get fucking convertible.
They would definitely be able to hit my big head. That's for sure. They wouldn't.
My ass like that little leader. You want a cigar?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, I smoked a cigar with the guy one time.
What happened? This is the second
It
cigar
ended up
ever?
all on the internet.
Yeah. This is your second cigar ever?
Yeah. I was keep it running for a minute.
Yeah. The real cigar guys, they want you to do that first. You kind of bake the outside.
I think they're like it's I'm in high school and it's like a patch.
I guarantee you there's some people out there, some rappers rolling once this big. You gotta do it this way or they get mad at you.
Yeah, this was really good.
Damn. They just spam you with ads. They don't even give no shits at this point. They just say, fuck the advertisers, we're gonna steal their money. That's all they care about, just stealing the money. The advertisers are just too stupid to get it. They're like, oh man, we're getting advertising, people are gonna notice us.
With how much privacy is being
They don't even realize their dumbasses are wasting money.
Yeah, you know that you're by scanning the Q.
Talking about Swisher Sweets, I have a friend of mine that I ride side by sides with a lot, named Jeremy, and that's all he smokes are Swisher Sweets. And that's like anytime I see him, I'm like, yo, what's up, Swisher Sweet? So I ended up hitting him up on Instagram, Swisher Sweet, and I said, hey, I got a friend of mine. I was like, will you just send him some merch? And they totally did. Like, he got this whole, like, he got like all these shirts and hats and stuff. He's the only guy I know that smokes them, but he's like all day smoking them. He was in the Marines and stuff, and he's out now. Just like rides a boat around all day. He's like living the dream life now. Smokes Swisher Sweets. So
I wonder what percentage of Swisher Sweets get sliced open for blunts. It's gotta be 50, right? Jamie higher. 60%.
So like
75%.
Jeremy's the only guy I know who really smokes them without putting weed in them or anything. He
Just likes them.
Yeah.
Does he inhale them?
Yeah.
Bro. Ron White does that with them little tiny,
Ron's like
those little tiny cigars. What are those things called again, Jamie? We have a bunch of them.
gorillas or something.
Yeah, he brought me a case.
Did I ever tell you my Ron White story?
No, I don't think so. Did you?
I'm gonna mess it all up, but that's okay because that's what this is for. It's to mess stuff up. So it was the night we recorded. Gosh, my head is like spinning now from this thing. This is crazy. The night that the day that we recorded the podcast that night is when we went to the mothership for the first time because Tom Segura invited me. And
right.
So we're sitting in there in the green room. Ron White's there, and Tom, and a bunch of people, William Montgomery, and I got to meet all these really cool people that night. So Tom was like, man, you ought to get up at the end of our set and do a couple songs. And we only had one guitar, and I really wanted my guitar, Joey, the guy he's in the Stormville video, Joey Davis. I wanted him to get up there and get to do it with me. And Ron's like, well, I got a guitar in my house, and dude, he's supposed to be getting on stage to do a set in like less than an hour, 45 minutes. So him and Joey get in his car, and they run every red light from his house to the back and go and get Ron White's guitar, and that's what we used for our second.
15 minutes away, that was such a risky move.
Yeah, like he said, they flew there and back.
So you
Fuck you.
on stage at the mothership Township. That was the first time a musical act had ever performed there.
Supposedly, yeah.
100%. Except for back when it was a musical venue.
Yeah.
I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan performed. You saw the photos that we have in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan performing there. I think it was '83. He was there.
I think even by the end of this weekend, we will be able to really have a good blueprint for sound in there again. Like, it's a small room, but I think it would just sound. You could really have an immersive listening space for people to like. Just such a cool spot to maybe do music now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think it would be a great spot to do music. It's just we're always packed with comedians. You know, we'd only do it for someone like you.
It could be a lot. Yeah, it could be like a every once in a while. Like I love the idea of it being like a live recorded thing. Because my favorite music to listen to is the live version of almost anything, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Of people, and it would be cool to go back and. I mean, our plan with this, we're going to record. We'll record Friday and Saturday night, and my plan is to put out some kind of mothership live at the mothership, and like have some of the money go back to the Humane Society.
Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful.
We're going to record it and just see what happens. But even if we just get a couple of songs out of it or something and put them out.
Oh, that's badass.
But yeah, I like that. I really like the Awesome Humane Society. They, I was looking at all they got like some really funny dogs and stuff on there too. But I think it's cool to get to do something.
Yeah, I can't go to those places. I would have 100 dogs.
They got this one dog on their website. I should have sent it to you, but I don't know. Maybe Jamie can find it. But it's like there's this one like older dog. I think he's a Chihuahua or something. But he's got this real funny name like Buddy or Poppy or something. But he's like the most like he doesn't have any teeth. His tongue's hanging out. I was like, that's my. I could just take him home with me, Buddy or something.
I've had a bunch of rescue dogs in my life. And there's like a relationship you have with them is different than any other dog. Like they love you so much. They're so happy you rescued them. Like they know that you rescued them. Whereas my dog Marshall, he has no idea. He's like living the best life. He's just like everyone's my friend.
Yeah.
He's never fucking growled at a person in his life. He's nothing but sweet.
Think about how lucky you got to be Joe Rogan's dog. That's pretty cool. Like, what's the odds of that?
How lucky am I to have a dog like him?
Yeah.
He's the best dog ever.
Yeah, no.
He's like a little human. He's like a human. Like we have conversations. Like he knows like not just words. He knows like when I'm saying something, like what to do. Like me and that dog are like locked in. It's wild. He's the best. It's just all love. Like for everybody that comes over. Like when people come over to the studio and he's here, he just does a circle. He's like, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. It just goes around. And he sees you. The first thing he does is flop on his back. I know you want to rub my belly. Come on. Yeah. He's just so used to being just loved on.
Yeah. I just got I had three dogs, and then I lost my white shepherd like right after we got off the tour. He got bone cancer, and he was gone within like a month and a half.
You know, it's a really important thing we should probably tell people about right now when we're talking about cancer. Stop feeding your dog processed food. I know it's expensive, but if you can get it, get your dog real food. There's companies like Farmer's Dog. That's what you use, right? Farmer's Dog, and they'll send you like real food, and you feed your dog real food. It's like real human grade meat and vegetables. Your dog will be way better off, just like you would be way better off. Anything that can sit on a shelf for 6 months and not rot, it's not good for them. It just sustains them, you know? And then, you know, obviously dogs are running around drinking out of puddles, and, you know, it's what fucking toxins they're exposed to.
Mine eat a lot of like horse shit and stuff too. They're so
sure.
They
you're gonna get a healthier dog if you feed him real food. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a cure to all ills, but man, it fixed my dog quick. Marshall was starting to get a little chubby. We were trying to lessen his food, but he was always hungry. And I was like, this sucks. And then we found out the company that I was using is Maeve, M-A-E-V, and they sell you frozen food, and he eats it frozen. And it's just meat and vegetables, and he fucking loves it. And he gobbles it up, and he lost body weight, his coat looked better, he had way more energy. I'm like, of course, he's eating real food instead of eating some processed bullshit that's filled with preservatives. He can sit on a fucking shelf for it. Like, if you only ate protein bars all day long and nothing but protein bars, you'd probably get sick. How is that thing just sitting there? Like, how can you just live on it?
Plus, you got to get tired of eating the same thing every day.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Like at this point, I mean, I feel like for your dog, he might as well live a pretty cool life. He's got, he's Joe Rogan's dog. He could just be eating regular dog food.
People don't know though. They think dog food is what you give dogs. That's the problem. They need to understand, like, dogs are just like any other animal, like human beings. What they eat has a giant effect on their overall physical health.
Yeah, I've been feeding mine eggs. We've got a bunch of laying birds now, meat birds.
Oh, that's nice.
They just eat raw eggs.
How long do your meat birds live before you whack them?
So I've got some now that are about 2 weeks old, and they'll be gone. They'll be gone before it starts to cool off. It's quick. It's I want to say like 2.5 months with them. They get to the point where they get so fat they actually can't hold themselves up anymore.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have meat birds. I have egg-laying hens. And these little ladies just run around all day. You just let your run loose. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the chicken trackers, but then I will let them out during the day some too, just so they can run around. But
Yeah, it's good for them. Makes the eggs healthier. But
they're hilarious to watch too. They're just great.
My friend who runs, he has meat ones, and he said he waits until their legs break. And I go, what? He goes, they get so big that their legs break, and that's when you kill them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did we do to these fucking chickens?
It's kind of sick, yeah.
It is totally sick, because I'm seeing my chickens that are years old just run around. And these fucking chickens get to be 2 months old, and their legs break from the weight of their bodies.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing, but that's why, at least in their short life, I try to let them get some sunshine and run around and read stories to them at night and all that. And that way it's not so bad. That way it doesn't feel like I'm just like a horrible dictator, like a chicken dictator or something.
Imagine the amount of chickens that get whacked in this country every year is crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, raising birds in your yard is so much better than
So much
buying
healthier.
it from Tyson or something like that.
Oh, so that's a regular chicken on the left from 1957. And then by the time 1978 rolled around, we got them pretty fat.
It just looks kind of like what happened with all of us from back then till now.
And, probably no coincidence. We're all eating terrible food too. But I think there's something going on with their genetics too. I think look at that thing. That's crazy. Look at the size of that butterball.
Yeah, that looks like a fucking soccer ball.
Isn't that nuts? That's nuts. That's a chicken? That is fucking insane. Look at that one sitting there in a ball. Look at that one that's in a ball. Look at that. That is bananas. Wow.
Yeah, they're still my favorite. So far I've tried, I do guinea birds, turkeys, and we've tried a few different types of chickens and stuff, but
Turkey's overrated. Turkey's good.
they're funny. Well, yeah, to eat, they're probably overrated, but they're really funny in person.
They're good to eat if you eat them right after you get them out of the oven. Or it's going to be on a sandwich with a bunch of other shit on it. Otherwise, they're dry and boring. It's a weird bird. It's a bird that, like, somehow or another, it became our holiday bird. You know what I mean? Very strange.
They make this real guttural noise. It's like a vibration more than a noise. But the males, they have this like crazy, like I don't even know how to describe it. But it's like that. It's a noise they make internally that you can hear.
Yeah.
It sounds like a UFO. It sounds like when you're getting sucked up into a UFO. It's just crazy noise like that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But I like it. They're like dogs to me. I've got a couple of Timmy and Tommy. They hang out with the yard. Yeah, well, I did. Timmy's in the freezer, but we still got Tommy. So.
Tommy's still your friend. Breakthrough on the birds investigated, and then gene. There it is. That played a key role. Came in 2010 with a study of the genomes of 8 different populations of present-day chickens from around the world. researchers found they all carried 2 copies of one version of the gene called the thyroid-stimulating hormone receptor, which apparently set in motion changes that plumped up the birds. This dominant version of the gene, or allele, had swept through all the domesticated chickens regardless of whether they were broilers bred for size, or strains bred for laying many eggs. Although the precise function of the gene is not known, it regulates metabolism and reproduction, so probably stimulated chickens to lay more eggs year-round. Some big-ass chickens that lay more eggs.
From a decree from a pope 1,000 years ago.
Whoa, how did
Ban on 4-legged animals.
what?
Yeah.
They got tough and banned meat from 4-legged animals on fasts. Oh, on fasts. Which numbered 130 days out of the year. Damn. 130 fasts? What were they doing back then?
Yeah, you couldn't eat, like, you had to fast all of Lent, which is 40 days. That's like the Christmas, Easter fast. You probably had to do it again around Christmas.
But when they say fast, but you can eat chicken?
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
that's not a fast.
Or fish.
That's bullshit. Yeah, the Lent thing when I was a kid, I remember that. I remember
I don't know. I can't.
fish on Friday.
I don't think that the Catholic Church. I just can't imagine the Catholic Church ever come out with some kind of decree that just doesn't make total sense, though. You know, for everybody to follow. I don't know.
Forever.
I'm sure there's some. Yeah, forever. I'm sure there's some reasonable explanation.
Yeah, they definitely have it dialed in.
Yeah, it's not like churches 1,000 years ago would ever do anything that didn't make a lot of sense. So
Well, I think back then, when did they stop being allowed to have wives and shit? When did that happen? Like, when did the Catholic Church put a ban? When did they make it so that everybody had to be celibate? Boy, what a stupid idea that was. You want to get people completely disconnected from society and sexually insanely repressed? Just, you give them saltpeter and tell them they can't beat off.
Canon law in the 11th century, later reinforced with the Council of Trent in 1545. So I bet the list took us 300 to 400 years to full 3 times.
This episode is brought to you by Masa Chips. Did you, like, the Pope would decide whether or not Barbies were going to be sent places? Yeah. It's nuts. Yeah. And if you look at the Vatican, you go, oh, this guy's dead. Stole everybody's art. They have so much art. Like, how'd you get this? Yeah. How did you get billions of dollars in art? I mean, it's kind of cool.
It's,
it's there and you can visit it. And you should visit it if you've never been to the Vatican. It's fucking bananas.
in a way, it's like there's always been somebody trying to use a moral high ground to control other people. Like now, it's the opposite, right? It's like now it's like people opposite of church that are sort of like trying to control people through this moral authority. Like this is what's right, and just like this sort of new society we have to live in, where everything has to be comfortable and nobody's allowed to be offended, and we're not. It's like all this. That's like the same authoritarian psychology that was in the old church. It's like this is the moral. You have to follow this because it's the moral high ground. You know, you're not allowed to speak. It's like it's always somebody trying to control somebody else with this virtuous bunch of propaganda that. And it's like I was talking. You know, most of the people on my team. I say most. There's only really 4 of us now. Like in my music business, but 2 of them are from Ireland, and my tour manager was telling me about like growing up in Dublin when he was younger. I guess like back in the 70s or 80s, and the like just the stigma within the church and all the like so much stuff that the church was doing wrong that would get kind of covered up and brushed to the side, and it's just it's really crazy when you read into all that, like how much corruption existed back then. You know, it's like now it's easy to point to corruption in government and in society and everything else, but it's not like the church is more dead now than it is corrupt. I'd say, but back then it was just like this power hungry thing. You know, and that to me that's not real church. That's just like I said, that's just government or a regime using church as using God as a way to control people. But it's a lot different than what church should be or could be.
For sure. I mean, that's just a function of human beings when they get in power. Human beings, when they get in power, they want more power. Like, if you're in the automobile business, and you're making cars, you want to make more cars. You want to make more cars. Sell more cars. You want to sell more cars. If I'm in the power business, I want more power. I don't want this much. I want more. You're trying to take my power away. I want extra power. The best way to keep them from taking my power away is to get more. It's everything. You know, lock it down. Make the elections bullshit. You know, make it like Russia. Hey, once again, everybody clap.
Have you seen that video that went around recently was in Romania, but there was like an overthrow that happened today. It was like it was from back in the 80s. I think it was a dictator that was over Romania, I believe. I don't know. I'm not on the internet a whole lot anymore, thankfully, I think. But I remember watching a bit of this video where this is like a Romanian dictator he had been in power for like 20 years and had done a lot of oppressive stuff, but overall it was like maintaining power. And then at some point a police officer or a military official or something shot, I think, like a preacher or a pope or something. And the dictator dude took the side of the police, and it sort of was like a cultural shift. And basically, like, he went to give this big speech, and all these people showed up, and they had applause playing over loudspeakers, but really the crowd was there to like mob. And within like a day, they had like taken the whole government, the whole military turned against them. It was a big video that just got uploaded like maybe a month ago. I think it was Romania. But it was so quick. It was like he went from being in this position of power and like ruling over everything and having this extreme wealth and the whole military at his disposal to everyone turning on him and being publicly executed. I think the day after that speech. But that was just something I watched. Here we go, yeah.
Executing a dictator. Open wounds of Romania's Christmas revolution. Oh, they did it on Christmas. Damn. Wow. And there's a video on this?
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube that somebody sent me that I was watching through. It just showed going back to like if enough people have their minds stayed the same way, they can just pretty much do anything. But I believe it was within like a 2-day period that all this happened. He went from being in power to being publicly executed, and they held elections afterwards. And I don't know all the history of it. I know very little, but it's just something that seemed really interesting to me that I was never taught this in school or anything like that. But of course, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention while I was there either, so maybe I did get taught.
It's been so much work in the world for so long. For so long. It's like baked into the ground. Crazy shit that's going on in Ukraine right now. You've seen that they're flying these drones that you can't jam. And the way they are, they have like miles of fiber optic cable attached to them.
Yeah.
This is so crazy. They're like fishing with a drone. And now birds are making like nests of this fiber optic stuff. They're picking it up. Like, oh, it's perfect. Make a whole mess of this shit.
You know, they got those drones and attacking the planes recently.
What did they do? They drove them in trucks, right?
Yeah, they were like, I don't know if buried is the right word, but they were like secretly in the trucks, and like they all came out at once or something like that. So putting up like log cabins or something.
They all came out, they all went out, attacked all the drones.
Sheds, loaded on the truck.
Well, pretty fucking ingenious, man. And they said it took like a year and a half to come up with this plan.
This will change war forever though, I guess. I mean, artificial intelligence will too.
I'm reading a book, by the way. It's a fiction book, one of the Gray Man books, that is specifically about using autonomous weapons. It's The Chaos Agent by Mark Rainey. It's about a guy who's this billionaire who develops this autonomous weapon program. But they're doing it right now, and we don't know like how advanced China stuff is. But we know that drones are insanely advanced. But their drone shows that they put on, they just put on another one recently, the largest ever drone show. And you watch these coordinated things in the sky that are creating images. Like, that 100% real. Like that thing, you need that thing to be so precise. They coordinate together. All you have to do is like put a suicide drone. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff.
Ray, Shadow Legends. Get it together.
No ads.
Yo.
No ads. KingShot brings you endless fun without any risk.
WSP.
It's totally free. Jump into awesome tower defense action. Play round after round to your heart's content and feel the thrill every time you win. Download now and enjoy hours of pure gaming joy.
And that's just, I mean, that is fucking, man. Look, I mean, it's crazy.
I've heard, you know, this is all just generalization stuff, but I've heard people make pretty compelling arguments about, like, you know, all these sort of, like, prophetic visions of the end of times, all the stuff in the sky, and the imagery and all that, and a lot of that. I don't know, I see a time coming very soon where warfare is conducted with these drones and also with, like, probably ground machinery, too. Like, you see they've got Tesla bots and other variants of that are able to catch tennis balls and organize groceries. These things are all fed on artificial intelligence, which knows everything about all of us, what it sees to go and do, say, what to shop for, what to look for, and how to drive. It's like this, almost like this very godlike thing, and I don't think that it even matters whose AI it is. It's China or company. I think it's like at some point it will just be the thing. They won't even be China's AI anymore. It will just be.
Yeah, they'll say, fuck you, China. We're taking over. We don't believe in country. We believe in
How do you stop that? Like, how do you feel like it goes into industry and creativity and almost everything that a human can provide outside of very select few things can be emulated and replicated. In the eyes.
in a lot of ways. It does make us irrelevant because you're always going to want art from a person. You're always going to want art. You're always going to want paintings from a real person. You're always going to want music from a real person. You're always going to.
I don't know though. Like I think AI is already like. I don't think I can't. I don't know. I bet a lot that most of the new big songs, the big hot songs that get written, and just the big. I think AI drives all that. I know for a short period of time I used social media in Nashville. There was also a period when I used a management company in Nashville, and both of those girls I worked with, both of those guys who helped me with social media stuff, they had AI like captions and stuff. It was always the most dumb stuff.
Can I play?
If they would take pictures from after a show, they would want to make a post on Instagram the next day that says, "Oh, I had so much fun in this town."
Yeah, sure, add me.
It's like this little thing, like a little thing, but it rewrote all these based off of how I wrote the past and stuff. It's weird how like it goes back to what you said about most of us on the internet. It's real anyway, but I think in music, AI is much more credible than people realize. I just think it's like I don't people say that they're using it, but I think like in the these big
What your
songwriters, some of those
username?
things where you have to generate 20 or 30 songs a week, and there's all this pressure. I mean, like, and that's your job, and you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? It's like, you know, like I can't go back and live with my parents. I gotta do. I don't know. I don't see how people are. It's in almost people use AI in almost every job. I know like people who are in sales who use like manage their customer bases and do their calls, but they're just. I don't know. I think it will become. I think it's already. So we're already so addicted. We're subtle. It's pivotal. It's like.
What your username?
Yeah, even
Blaze_plays.
here's the time where I knew I had months off, and I would always release. I got to the point where
On
I beat
PSN.
myself down to like this. I bought a flip phone from Walmart, so on Verizon soon. But that's what I carry it to. But even then, I always felt like I at least had to have a flip phone with me in case like what happens if you're out in the woods and break your leg, or I don't know. They're like they are now a part. Like those phones are a part. Like you don't know anywhere about them.
Okay.
no phone.
We feel vulnerable without a phone.
Yeah, you really do. Like if you go for a quick walk without a phone,
So when the time comes, it's like, if there even is a definitive time, but it's like when we have to choose between the grid and AI or not, most people are going to
yeah,
most people will just immediately submit and be a part of it. And maybe you decided
it probably won't be a decision that you're allowed to make. It's probably something that's going to be that you want to function in society. You have to integrate.
like we talked about in that text about how it was like we're in an alternate dimension. It seems like there's these like things coming. You know, it's like it does, and also it is just because things happen so fast and chaotic. one day the submarine collapses in Iceland, so there's crazy thing happens, and then, you know, I don't know, it's just like, it's so hard to keep up with what anything is really going on. I think the problem is that we have to start having people gather together again and hang out, and not just make all of our hangouts digital, because the systems, like you said, there's bots and algorithms and marketing approaches, psychology, is deeply rooted because like just the way we communicate as a society, just globally, like we all just talk. I mean, gosh, I've used this example before somewhere talking, but it's like I think about back when I was in high school, like my high school girl, we would have some trivial arguments, and there was no way for me to figure out how to fix that.
Isn't that your game tag?
You know, like, and that was a high school relationship, like that was over something stupid. It's like real world problems.
Yeah, on PSN. PSN. PlayStation.
I think we're almost at a point now where we prefer socializing on the internet. It's almost like our minds have become more adaptive to think that way, we're in this digital world chasing and emulating all of the things that we have to avoid from not having in real life, right?
Okay.
It makes it very complicated to fix anything when the only way that we have this amazing, intricate English language where all these words can mean all these different things, and it's so easy